Bright and early, Laura and I boarded a bus at the main bus terminal in Reykjavík, and we were set to head on our horse adventure. We'd already met some new friends, and we were ready to see the sights. But it was going to be a several-hour drive to get to where we were going for the start of our horse tour. Last time I was in Iceland, I did a horse tour in southwest Iceland, an area that is known for its active volcanoes, geothermal landscapes, and the Blue Lagoon. It's also home to Reykjavík, Iceland's cultural hub, and the country's main airport on the Reykjanes Peninsula. It's a region of lava fields, hot springs, coastal towns, and some of Iceland's most iconic visitor experiences. Now, I did the Golden Circle tour, which allowed me to see things like Thingvellir, if I'm saying that correctly, National Park, Gullfoss, and Geysir. Another draw for me when I was choosing tours for Laura and I to do on this trip was that the first pit stop on the way to the farm for this tour was at a yarn shop. Now, of course, I know that Laura is a dedicated knitter, and so she was going to be all about everything yarn related. Thankfully, she'd already bought a sweater, so we just trolled around the shop and enjoyed the little boutique before we set off for the next leg of our journey. As we moved further north, we moved into West Iceland, an area known for its dramatic mix of history, volcanoes, and coastal scenery, all within an easy drive from Reykjavík. Some highlights include Snæfellsnes Peninsula, if I'm saying that correctly, often called Iceland in miniature, because it has lava fields, glaciers, cliffs, beaches, mountains, and charming fishing villages all in one area. The glacier volcano is its crown jewel, but you can also see things like Reykholt, a medieval center and home of Snorri Sturluson, Iceland's famous saga writer and historian, powerful hot springs, waterfalls, and scenic farmland. There are lava caves and many landmarks and museums that connect directly to the Icelandic sagas. As we departed our second pit stop, our driver informed us that we had crossed into North Country. We were greeted by striking fields filled with swans and the promise that the farm was not far away.
In Iceland, as you can see. We have like 10 minutes drive to the farm.
North Iceland is known for its powerful waterfalls, volcanic landscapes, and whale watching. It's one of the most geologically active and scenic regions in the country. Key features include this city, which is the cultural and urban heart of the north, with museums, restaurants, and a beautiful fjord setting. A famous lake that's a hotspot of volcanic features like pseudocraters, lava formations, steaming vents, and rich bird life. Godafoss, one of Iceland's most famous and photogenic waterfalls. Dedifoss, Europe's most powerful waterfall, which is located in a very dramatic canyon that of course I can't pronounce. Húsavík is often called the whale-watching capital of Iceland due to its high sighting success, as Bergi Canyon, I probably butchered that, a horseshoe-shaped glacial canyon tied to legends of Norse gods, volcano zones including Krafla, known for eruptions and steaming geothermal fields, and the Arctic coast, which comprises quiet fishing villages, black sand beaches, and views toward the Arctic Circle. Overall, North Iceland is celebrated for epic natural wonders, active geothermal areas, wildlife experiences, and a charming mix of culture and wilderness, of which I hope that we are about to see some of on our horse safari tour. But for now, we've arrived at Hvammur, located in the Vadsdalur Valley in northern Iceland, near the town of... I can't say that. It's known as a traditional Icelandic farmstay and guest house, and it's a base for horse-related experiences and tours, like the one we're on, and also the Trail of Hope.
I see a lot of you have your own helmets, but if you need helmets, we have a pile over there, different sizes, so you can just pick one that fits. And then they have these yellow stickers on, the same as the water bottles, so it's good to mark it. It also makes it easier for all of us to remember the names faster. And the same with the saddles, they also have these stickers, so you put your name on it because the saddle stays with you the whole week. The saddles are already here. It's mostly one type. There is some different ones, so you can just look which one you prefer. And with the saddle, there is a saddlebag for everyone and also a nose band. So these two things you will always have with you. Bridles we always collect. And also it has a girth already attached to the saddle. Is there a lot of you that have ridden Icelandic horses before? Okay, some. Maybe it's good to mention with the saddling, it's a little bit different than you're used to from the big horses. We put the saddle a bit more in the back. Usually I measure like 2 hands from the elbow to the girth. We will walk around on this day to kind of show you where it goes, and then as the days go, you will learn where to put the saddle. If you need rain clothes, we have pants on this side, and the same with the rain jackets. There is some rain in the forecast, but it's always hard to say. In Iceland, you always have to be prepared for the rain. You can also fit it in the saddlebags if you don't want to wear it now, but then if it starts raining, you have it ready. And then you can keep it for the whole week, because there might be some rain also in the coming days, so it's just good if you collect it now and then be ready for it.
But also for the next days, you will always be able to grab it in the morning. We will have it on the bus, and yeah, you can always decide in the morning if you take it for the day or not.
Also, I see a lot of you already have rubber boots. If you want to borrow some rubber boots from us, we're not really crossing any lake or river today, but also for the future, if your shoes get wet or something, we have extra. Some of you have already ridden in Iceland, but some of you have not. So as we mentioned before, we have more than 100 horses with us, and they will be running together with us, so we're like one big herd. We keep it under control. We try to keep it under control, so it's not like we're all mixed together. Oh, here he is, maybe he can.
Hello! Good to see you, everybody.
Hello.
Hey. They are always in the middle of the speech.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Yeah. Everybody good?
Yep.
Yeah?
Do you want to take over with your
Yeah,
philosophy?
Welcome.
How are you? I was also starting to talk about how we ride with the herd.
Yeah, it's very important also. And should I take up names? Keep on.
Okay, then I continue. We will always have riders that are in front of the herd, and our job is basically to make sure that none of the loose horses pass us. And then we have riders at the back, and their job is to make sure that the herd follows and all the loose horses are in front of.
Maybe also where you end up is mainly because of what horse you ride. So there's horses that go better in front, horses that go better in the back. We also don't always make sure that you have been in both parts. So last time someone came to us and was like, am I so bad that I'm only in the back? It has nothing to do with that. You just always have horses that are better in the back.
But yeah, the main thing is not to end up in the middle of the herd. You're always either in the front or in the back. There are some general things that are good to mention before we start riding, with how to slow down the horse, for example. The horses react very well to the voice, but our horses are used to deep oh when you want to slow them down. Maybe you're used to, from big horses, to do like shh or something high-pitched. For our horses, that means to go forward. So it's good to remember to keep it deep.
You will hear us like use or whatever to push them. So try to not use them to slow your horse down, because it will go. Or it might go.
Also, one more thing that's good to mention is, for example, adjusting the stirrups or the girth. We never do it from the horse. So if you need to like shorten or lengthen your stirrups, you either step up or you can ask someone that's on the ground to help you with that. It's just because some of the horses might be okay with it, but not all of them, especially the younger horses. They don't know what you're doing there, so they might get spooked. Also with the tapping on the neck from big horses, you might be used to doing that as like, thank you. But some of our horses don't know what it means, so it's better to be gentle with them.
Yeah, like one practical thing, what we are going to do is we are going to make breaks, because the days are rather long. Even though we swap the horses, we're still going to make breaks where we don't swap them. So we always get off, and you will hear us tell you to loosen the girth and the noseband. And you can also like wiggle the saddle a bit so there's like air coming underneath. We try to keep our horses happy and let them breathe in that time. And then you will hear us yell at you again to get ready.
Yeah, it's especially now because you'll see they're very fluffy already, because as we said, this is the last tour. So they're getting ready for the winter. So now they get hot faster, and it's quite warm still, so it's nice for us to help them. Did you want to talk about the cake?
Yeah. Yeah. As you probably all know, of course, it's very special about the Icelandic horses that they also have the toad. Some of you have been riding toad in Icelandic horses before, but some not. So for the toad, the horses need to be a bit more collected. So you can't ride toad with like completely loose reins, but you rather want to have some contact and also sit maybe rather heavy. It depends a bit on the horses. You will see some of them are like very automatic tilting super nicely, and some of them need a little bit more assistance. And then you can also always ask us during the riding also if you're confused, like, what is my horse doing? Especially if you're not used to Icelandic horses, sometimes this is the basic question, like, what is it doing right now? But then it's also good to know that some of them, they might also not be able to be like tilting the whole way through. If we are going longer distances and it's a longer day and it's maybe difficult terrain, then it's also nice to say like, okay, in between you tilt, but then it's also nice to let them trot if they prefer on the difficult terrain. And also to be nice and soft with them.
And if you ever like need help, if you're not sure what gait you're doing or how to get the horse in tilt, just try to yell to us. Like there's always someone kind of close to you, and then we can ride next to you and try to help you with the aids. So.
Okay, so we got our horse assignments for our first part of the ride, and I'm riding this lovely little dun-colored mare named Harpa, just like Harpa Concert Hall. And so I'm very excited about that, but they kind of asked us before they assigned our horses, what's your horse experience? What's this? What's that? And when they asked Laura, they asked her first, and she kind of went, and then she just looked at me, and I was like, oh, you got this. You can do it. Long story short, I ended up with a forward-moving horse that's going to be in the front of the group, and Laura ended up with maybe a laid-back horse that's going to be in the back. I have conflicting emotions about this because on one hand, I'm a little stressed because I feel like I have like helped her get to this point, but I don't want her to feel like I abandoned her. We've been training for this, we've been getting ready. I feel like she'll be fine, but I don't want her to think like, oh, now I'm just being dropped cold turkey and I'm all on my own and I got to figure it out, which she will. It'll be fine. Because on the other hand, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe being separated will be good for us because I'll just get to ride and I won't worry about her and she won't be worried that I'm worried about her. So the cycle of worry maybe will be kind of broken up. It's just one part of the ride. I'm sure we'll be riding together more on future segments.
Nicole and I got separated on the first day, which is fine, totally fine. She is in the front leading the herd and I am behind pushing the herd. I'm honestly really excited about it because Nicole has been my trainer for this whole time. So I kind of feel like we're friends and then we pause and she's my trainer and then we're friends again. I think that this is going to be really good for us to be splitting up so that she can have her vacation and be out in the front and have fun and I will be in behind and I will figure things out. And if I don't figure things out, then I'll figure them out eventually. I'm actually pretty stoked about it.